Well, from scam calls to price gouging to misleading companies, they are people out there trying to con you out of your money, and you need to know where to go to get help. That's why we have North Carolina Attorney General Josh Stein with us today. He can talk about how his office can help you when scammers come calling, how a recent settlement may benefit you, and much more. He's taking your questions until 5:45. Now, here's how you get him your question. You text us the question. It's 336-379-5775. All right, first and foremost, let's talk about you've been going around the state and you've been hitting each community talking about their opioid settlement.
Yeah, this is one of the most significant wins we've had against corporate wrongdoers, really in the history of the country. We have finalized a settlement that I'm really proud of my team at the North Carolina Department of Justice. We were leaders along with Tennessee in getting all of the attorneys general around the country, both Republican and Democrat, in agreement to hold the three major drug distributors and Johnson & Johnson accountable for their role in creating this opioid crisis. And we won a $26 billion settlement. It's the second largest settlement in history, state AG settlement. And North Carolina's share is $750 million. Of that $750 million, 85% is going to go to local counties, local governments, and 15% will go to the state government. So I've been traveling around the state, meeting with local officials, local county officials, as well as service providers in those communities that are making incredible impacts on people's lives to lift up really good ideas so that the county commissioners know what kinds of things they can fund. And also just to remind the viewers that there is hope, that if you're out there struggling with addiction to opioids, there, I'm sure, are many days when you feel like you're just in a dark hole and there's no escape, but there really is hope. There are more people living a healthy, happy life free of addiction than there are in active addiction today. And there are service providers out there that exist to help you get healthy. And what's wonderful is these funds that we've won will go to attacking the crisis and helping people across North Carolina.
And each community gets to kind of choose how they're going to use that money, but they have to use it in that way to help. All right, so let's talk. Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, and the sums are fairly meaningful. Like just for Guilford and Forsyth counties alone, over the life of the settlement, it's about $40 million. And it can only go to either providing treatment, providing harm reduction services, recovery services, or prevention efforts. And so we're hopeful that the county commissioners in Guilford and Forsyth are going to make smart investments to make a difference. And what's great is that the public will have full visibility into what's going on. There's an opioid dashboard at a website, ncopioidsettlement.org, where every county in the state of North Carolina is going to have to list what organization did they fund, how much did they provide, and here's the critical thing: what were the outcomes of that investment? And if they're not producing results, it will inform the county leaders that they need to do something different, because there are lots of ideas out there that will save lives.
All right, I love the dashboard idea so that all of us can be part of it and see where that money is going. All right, just yesterday, we were talking about the baby formula shortage right here on WFMY News 2, and we've got a map that shows like just how widespread the issue has become all over the nation. More than half of U.S. states, including North Carolina, don't have enough formula supply. Some businesses may try to upcharge, maybe even price gouge. So let's talk about what people can do to protect themselves.
Well, this is the shortage of baby formula. You know, fortunately, my youngest is 18, so we're not feeling it. And a lot of people out there who don't have infants aren't even really aware it's going on. But for those young families with young children, this is an incredible burden, especially for working moms who have to be away during the day. And what we're seeing is a shortage occurring not only in North Carolina, but across the country. And part of what's driving that is folks are out there buying vast amounts of it and then reselling it on Amazon or Facebook, charging a huge markup. That is against the law in North Carolina. Our price gouging law is in effect. And for any seller, whether you're a store or an individual, to charge an unreasonably excessive price to exploit people's desperation is against the law during a state of emergency. And if we find out about it, we will hold you accountable. And so what I want viewers to know is don't do it, because if you do, we will come after you.
Yeah, because people will talk about it. They'll talk about it on social media. They'll talk about it to other people. And what we want you to do is, if you see something like that, you need to report that to the Attorney General's office. Without him knowing, then he cannot investigate, right?
Yep. And our toll-free number is 877-5-NO-SCAM. And we have an email form, an internet form that helps file complaints. It's ncdoj.gov/gouging, ncdoj.gov/gouging. And then we can pursue the complaint and find out if there is gouging going on in North Carolina. And if we see it, we will shut it down.
All right, we're going to talk about some price gouging when it comes to gas as well when we come back. We want you to text in your question already. There's a few about the price gouging for gas, but what else do you want to know? 336-379-5775. We'll be right back.